Hey guys, my name is Haku and welcome to my channel, where we play games for fun, just like it should be. Today we're going to do a little Deadly Assault run, just gonna go through how I went about getting 9 stars. In my recent community post, I said I was going to post Deadly Assault and Shield Defense clears as YouTube shorts. But there's a problem right now, on my side at least, where the shorts analytics are messed up. At first the views were in the negatives, which is of course impossible. Eventually, YouTube fixed the problem with the live view count, but the like count is still broken, and I don't know if it's ever going to be fixed. I asked a couple of friends to check out the video and they liked it. They said the like count shows as 1 when they press the button. That's multiple people who said the same thing. So yeah, it's broken and I just didn't want to deal with this problem for the final Deadly Assault run of the season. Anyways, let's get into it. So our goal for today is to hit the minimum requirement of 20,000 points per run in order to get the maximum rewards. No 60,000 plus points per run here. I've never done it, I will never be able to do it, and that's okay. I know there's a huge debate going on right now about HP inflation. It is indeed a sensitive topic, and I acknowledge that it's there and that it is a problem. But in this video, I just want to help the people who may be struggling to earn the rewards of the current Deadly Assault rotation. With that said, I have been able to pull some of the strongest units in the game up to this point. Just want to be transparent here. Make of that what you will. It is definitely going to be far more difficult to clear without at least one of these units, and I acknowledge that. I'm going to have 2 mottos for these Shield Defense and Deadly Assault runs. The first one is, do as I say, not as I do. And the second one is, if I can pull it off, then you can pull it off. Before starting your Deadly Assault runs, you want to make sure that your main DPSs are at level 60, their core passives have reached F, their skills are at least level 7, your weird engine is at level 60, and you've got a complete set of disk drives, whether they are 3 2-piece sets or the usual 4-piece 2-piece sets, and all at level 15. Bad substats and all. For the rest of your cast, you want a similar setup, but if you're low on materials and dennies, then accumulating 20,000 points in Deadly Assault is still achievable with stunners and supports core passives at least up to D. However, Astra and Nicole are the exceptions. These are supports you absolutely want to be at their best. I wish I could tell you that having the support agents at level 50 is acceptable, but all of my agents were at level 60 when Deadly Assault first dropped in version 1.4. Sorry. I will say that you can have at least 1 disc missing off of your supports and still clear with 20,000. But I guess it really depends on the piece that's missing. Next thing you want to ensure is that you have at least 2 teams ready for this. That means 2 very well built DPSs and agents who can support them that are fairly well built. You want to spread your strongest units apart as well. You don't want all of them in one team, otherwise you'll likely end up getting a very high score on that one run, and then end up with only 1 or 2 stars on the other 2 runs. In terms of execution, I just want to say, don't worry about getting hit or playing perfectly. Receiving 0 damage and playing immaculately is absolutely not necessary. I myself don't know any techs, and my rotations are incredibly mediocre. The most important part of it is to learn and to have fun with it. Whether you are a slow or fast learner, it's important to enjoy the moment. One last thing before we begin the runs, I'm the type of player that doesn't really take disk drive set effects into account when doing these runs. If I am properly triggering set effects, just know that it's not on purpose, and if I am not properly making use of set effects, then that is absolutely on purpose. We're looking to have a good time here on our way to achieving 20,000 points. For the first run, we'll be taking on Notorious Marionette, and we're going to go with the Sonata buff because I plan to use a lot of EX specials and ultimates with this team. I'm going with Juyuan, Caesar, and Nicole here. Caesar is the key to this team. I don't want to have to think about execution too much against this boss, so having Caesar Shield active here will allow me to play as mindlessly as possible. Here are the current builds for these agents. I like to start off by emptying Juyuan's shells, doing a basic combo attack, chain attacking into Caesar, getting a shield and swapping back to Juyuan. Every time Nicole's EX special is ready, I try my best to use it immediately to get an extra bullet and of course to shred defense. Juyuan can dodge attacks when you hold the basic attack button down and tilt left, right, or back. Of course, when I do it, it's just lucky.
An opening! Drop the weapon!
During this phase, thanks to Caesar's shield, I'm allowed a ton of room for error as none of the attacks are able to knock me back.
That felt surprisingly good.
For chain attacks, I always try to end the chain with a support so that I can quick assist into the DPS. I know that there's merit in cancelling chain attacks for more damage, but I just love the animation so much, I go through the whole thing. For you though, if you know how chain attack cancels work, unlike me, you should absolutely do that instead. Remember, do as I say, not as I do.
An opening!
Here I make the mistake of using Caesar's ultimate, wasting my free shield. Knee-jerk reaction to the incoming attack.
Freeze!
This time I do a far better job of navigating my way through that attack than last time.
Taking the shot. Yep. Drop the weapon. Victory's mine. Cease and desist. No. Time to wrap things up. Don't even try it. You're surrounded. Remember to smile.
Here I unleash an onslaught of ether damage, and with less than 30 seconds left on the clock, I'm free to mess around and get some extra credit.
Taking the shot.
Alright, at 22,909 points, that is all we need to get the rewards for this run. Let's move on to the next one. For Sacrifice Bringer, I usually run a Miyabi like Honso Kaku team, but since there are no electric weak enemies in this Deadly Assault rotation, I am free to have Yanagi accompany Miyabi. The obvious buff we're going for here is Aberration for anomaly buffs, and the team will be Miyabi, Yanagi, and Seth. Admittedly, I have never used this team before, so it will be interesting to see what we end up with. Here are the current builds for these agents. I like to start off the fight with Miyabi and dodge the first 3 attacks before switching into Yanagi. Here I end up in the middle of Bringer's attack as he's charging it up, but luckily Yanagi has a parry and we get through that easily and chain attack into Seth, then quick assist back into Yanagi. At this time, I decide it's time to abuse Miyabi's Fallen Frost stacks back to back, but I also accidentally waste her EX special.
My blade is ready.
Every time Yanagi does that long attack animation, it's always best to swap out and continue the onslaught with whatever you have. In this case, Miyabi's ultimate.
They'll pay.
Here I am able to abuse ultimates after ultimates after ultimate thanks to Miyabi's fully charged Shimotsuki stance attack.
My blade is already
I think I could have gotten this stun if I was a bit more efficient. I always hate this part of the bringer fight, but all it takes in Deadly Assault is one Yanagi EX special.
It's over. Weak spot located.
Final warning!
I make a mistake here by ending my chain with Miyabi, but it's no big deal. Here I just try my best to make use of all of my resources to deal as much damage as I possibly can.
Mighty creator, please refine me!
Ulting here stops him from launching his attack, and triggering a disorder lands me a free Shimotsuki stance attack.
Such provocations don't go unanswered. It's over. Weakling.
Creator! Your
No room for mercy.
Here I accidentally swap into Seth, holding down the EX special button and getting nothing. Bit of a brain fart, but easily rectified.
You asked for it!
My blade is already
Mighty creator, please refine!
The timing of this attack animation allowed me to parry this attack at just the right time. But with 30 seconds left on the clock, once again, I am free to mess around and gain some extra credit.
You've had your chance!
Enemies of Section 6 shall pay. I swear on my blade. My blade is resistance is futile.
You know, it's been a long time since I've gotten a score this high. The highest I got is around 38,000 or so, and I can't even remember when I did that. Alright, so for those of you who are only after the Polychrome rewards or don't have a third team ready, you're good. You can stop right here and enjoy the rest of your day. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. However, for those of you who are after the full package, let's continue. The last boss is Notorious Pompey. I forgot to mention earlier that during the decision-making process for challenging these bosses, you should choose one boss out of the 3 to be your headache. In my case, I chose Notorious Pompey to be my headache, since I feel that he is the easiest out of the 3 to beat, even if I am a filthy ass smasher.
Alright, I get it!
The buff I am going for is Collapse. For the buffs, the EX special attacks, daze, and overall damage to stunned enemies. The team I'm going with here is Astra, Evelyn, and Coletta. Yes, I am cutting it very close. I don't have Lighter, I am trying to get him, I only have a few days left, and I'm going to cry if I miss him again for a second time. Here are the current builds for these agents. I like to start off with a fully charged Astra Yao EX special. No reason, I just like the way it looks. You don't have to do it this way. So I know I'm not going to brute force my way to 20,000 for this boss, so I'm instead gonna go for as many defensive assists and chain attacks as possible to gain as much performance points as I can.
Come on, try harder!
I accidentally swap Astra in here, wasting precious time.
Initiating level 1 safety. Heads up. The best defense is a strong offense. I knew it wouldn't be so easy. Final one.
Here I abuse as many chain attacks as I possibly can and try to stun the boss before it can go on an onslaught.
In the name of hope. Full lockdown complete. Burn it all! Counter. Eat hammer! You have no
I always try to stay mindful of the stun bar and make sure not to swap Kaleda in until it is depleted.
Keep up the pressure. Try harder! Get lost! Don't blink! You'll miss me bashing you into the ground! Heads up!
Once again, I'm able to stun the boss before it can do anything meaningful.
Initiating level 1 safety. Nothing slips through my defense.
Here I accidentally swap Kaleda in with the intent of trying to swap Astra to use her ult.
Lockdown complete. Eat hammer! Neutral. Don't even
Here I get lucky by inflicting burn after he parries, cancelling his onslaught of attacks.
Stand still! Let me beat you into the foundations! Don't cross the line. No escape!
I mess up my quick assist here by pressing the swap button too early.
Your journey ends with me. My turn!
With 20 seconds left on the clock and 200 points to reach our goal, the boss launches this attack to waste as much time as possible. This is the most important part of the fight. We can rest easy and take as many hits as we want now that we've achieved our goal. By abusing the performance points triggers, even if we didn't get the full 5,000, with a score of 21,014 off of garbage execution, we emerged victorious, and that's all you need. And with that, we have all 9 stars and all the spoils of this rotation. I will say that getting the full 9 stars for the investigation merits is worth it, as you can see here in the outpost logistics. Reset is happening in a few days, and I'm guaranteed to get my tuning calibrator as soon as it does. After obtaining the polychrome awards for this rotation, I find myself 40 polychrome short for one last try to pull lighter. I guess I'll find out tomorrow. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was able to help some of you guys out somehow. Feel free to let me know your thoughts down below. That being said, I am once again rushing this video out because I am working on a monster of a video about Final Fantasy IX. I hope to have it out by next week. I will be going back to editing that video once this video is up. If you're interested in Final Fantasy, then look out for that. Anyways, if you liked what you saw, then don't forget to get out there, play some video games, and have yourself a grand old time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.